All right, so at Hell in a Cell, Daniel Bryan will take on Randy Orton. We don't know if it's going to be inside a Hell in a Cell yet. I think it is, isn't it? With Shawn Michaels as special guest referee. Now, I want to talk about this because I am a huge fan of special guest referee matches. I grew up watching them. They're something I've always wanted in a WWE video game. I mean, because they used to be in. And when they finally brought him back, I got all excited. I was like, yes, we get special guest referees. There's nothing better. I remember Mick Foley being guest referees. Stone Cold. I mean, I missed it. Now, in a 3 or 4 month period, we're going to have 2 special guest referee matches. Triple H just did it at SummerSlam between John Cena and Daniel Bryan. And now we get Shawn Michaels. Now, it seems like too many special guest referee matches. And I'll say why. Because this one just doesn't seem like it really needs to happen. With Shawn as special guest referee, I should say. A lot of people are speculating that Shawn's going to turn heel. Shawn's going to super kick Daniel Bryan. Now, that may be an option. I see something like that happening. I think that's where they could go. They could align Shawn Michaels with Triple H if Shawn Michaels was to come back. If this is a one-off thing, I don't think he screws Daniel Bryan. He may be back to promote McMillan River Adventures, his TV show. He may be back to do, whatever. His beard is gone. He looks good. And I like seeing Shawn Michaels come back. But coming back for a special guest referee match, which, this is a match he's been iconic with, the Hell in a Cell. And I'm all for it. And if you guys remember Triple H versus Undertaker as him as special guest referee, things always don't go as planned. And I'm all for it, except for the fact that this just doesn't feel right. They had a vote last night. There was no real meaning for a special guest referee. It wasn't like somebody getting in the middle of them and this guy needed to keep them apart or keep it fair. This was just, okay, we're having a special guest referee match, Brad Maddox says, to make things are impartial, and then we're going to let the WWE Universe vote. And obviously, in one of the most rigged votes in the history of the WWE app, Booker T, Bob Backlund, and Shawn Michaels. I don't think you could have put anybody else in there. And I love Booker T, don't get me wrong. Booker T follows me on Twitter. I talk to Booker T. I help promote Reality of Wrestling. I love Booker T, don't get me wrong. Booker T is a legend in his own right. But when you put him up against Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee, Shawn's going to win. And I didn't have a problem with the fact that Shawn won at all. I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, you bring him back, especially if the numbers are, falling, pay-per-views, TV ratings are back. Bring back Shawn Michaels. Okay, that makes sense. The problem I have with that, with bringing back Shawn Michaels in this, is it doesn't really have any, chemistry. With Triple H and Undertaker, I love the fact that Shawn Michaels is a special guest referee because of that emotion, because of that, the history between them. It made a special guest referee match seem important. It made it have a purpose. Here, it just seems like it's kind of thrown together. And I get the whole Undisputed thing, but there's nothing that says a special guest referee is going to be any more down the middle than Scott Armstrong was. And, that's one thing I'm having a little bit of an issue with, but hopefully this will potentially allow... Wouldn't it be a bitch? Wouldn't it be a huge thing if Shawn Michaels went on to face Daniel Bryan at Survivor Series? Oh, man. Just the guy who helped train him, Shawn Michaels, goes up against Daniel Bryan. What a match that would be. That's almost like a WrestleMania match to me. Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, triple threat. I could definitely see it happening, but with it just being Shawn getting interjected here, I don't really feel a sense of urgency. I don't feel a sense of, I had to have it. I think it'll be a cool thing. I think Shawn's great in special guest referee matches. I think he pulls off the referee well. He sells the emotion of the match. He does a great job. But overall, it doesn't seem to fit right here. In my honest opinion, I don't think it really fits. And I think I'm going to, kind of go along with everybody else is saying, and Shawn Michaels potentially screwing over Daniel Bryan. I think that's where we may be headed to, as Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are definitely going to beat the living hell out of each other at the pay-per-view. I mean, that's for sure. You don't have to worry about that. These two are going to go at it. They're going to put it on the line. And yeah, it's probably going to be a gimmick Hell in a Cell. There's probably not going to be much blood, anything of that aspect. It'll still be a good match, and Shawn will add to that match. I have no doubt about it. I do have my reservations of why he was added, though. Triple H being the special guest referee, didn't really make sense because he just kind of threw himself in there. But this makes even less sense. So I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. Let me know. Do you think Shawn Michaels is going to screw Daniel Bryan? Do you think that he's going to help Randy Orton? I want to know what you guys think in the comments section below. And let me know. Are you a HBK guy? Are you okay with what the hell? Oh, man. I've seen that animation before, but that animation glitched a little bit. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. How do you think it's going to work with Shawn Michaels involved? Is he going to help? Is he going to hurt? Is he going to screw over Daniel Bryan? Is he going to do the right thing? I honestly think it'd be better to have Shawn Michaels screw Randy Orton to bring out the Viper side of him. That's what I think should happen. Let me know in the comment section below what your opinion is. And until next time, we will see you all later.